What's up there, YouTube? It is another beautiful day outside. Nice and hot. It's only 87 so far, but it's only noon as well. And today I am gonna go ahead and run my solar lines from the top of the roof, planning out where my distribution block is gonna be and tying it into the grid. Got some cable here. I think I'm gonna put my distribution block here, right in front of the air conditioner and this vent that will soon be replaced with probably a skylight. And ordered my Schluter backer board for the shower so I can do the tile or pebble stone for the shower wall, the mixer wall, and which is this wall right here. But enough rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. Alright, we're on another day of the Airstream build, and I did some work earlier but my camera battery was dead, so there's that I'm going to catch y'all up on sort of what's going on. So yesterday I went to Lowe's and got a 8-foot piece of butcher block, and it is going to go on this side of the wall. So I'm going to do the fridge, then the oven or the range, and then my workstation in front of the window. With this cabinet, it's going to be a little bit different design. It's going to be an actual like cabinet design in the house. The vanity was a little bit tricky. There was a lot of factors in the situation, so I just felt like building that out and the closet out around it the way I did would suit best. But with this, I'm using the 3/4 birch top choice plywood. It's what a lot of people make the cabinets out of today, and I'll show you a little bit of that process as I go. But that's it, and we'll jump right in. This is the piece of birch that we're working with for the side of the cabinet, and cut out a toe kick 3.5 tall, 2 1/4 deep, because I'm going to have a piece of 3/4 inch plywood here, so that'll make it 3. So I had to figure it in. What I'm going to do on this is the inside of the cabinet, so I am going to glue this and nail it, and this is going to be the ledge for the bottom of the cabinet to rest on. So this one will have one on the inside, the middle piece, which is right there, will have one on each side, and the far right one will have one on the inside. So they're basically just going on the inside, and the opposite side of this board is the outside of the cabinet. So unfortunately, all I have is 1.5 brad nails, and to keep from going all the way through, I'm going to attempt to sort of toenail it in or shoot it at an angle. I'm going to glue it down and clamp it as well, and that should work. Fingers crossed. So there are lots of ways to make cabinets. This is just the way that I'm doing it right now. And this is also going to be for the shelf, but it's also going to be the base of the cabinet. So that's why I want to build it up. Might be out of bullets. We are out of bullets. Alright. looked like that worked pretty well. I can just take a punch and punch these down a little bit. But feels good on the other side. And that's that. This is what I was referring to as building out the base for the middle divider of the cabinet with the toe kick. This is the front. So the shelf or the bottom of the cabinet will extend from the other one and rest on this one. And then there's one on this side as well that will continue on. So it should be super sturdy. We'll put a stringer in the back here to connect them, and then we'll put a front face on it, and that will also allow me to screw it to the wall of the Airstream. And I left it a little long here because I am going to have to fit it to the radius of the Airstream. It's not a perfectly square wall, so that's what we're doing there. By the way, a quick update. Furrion did replace my my air conditioner housing. Back left during shipping, it got busted, and I contacted them, and they sent out a replacement. That was a couple months ago, but it did finally arrive. Took them about 35-40 days to ship it, but it did get here, so I'm pretty excited about that. I got the junction box yesterday for the solar, and I didn't put the solar panels up yet because I was waiting to replace the shroud, so I didn't have to walk around a bunch of solar panels or wires or whatnot. So I'm going to replace the shroud and then hook up the junction box and then start laying down the solar panels sometime probably next week. And tune in for that. It's raining outside today. The weather is supposed to clear up here in a little bit, so hopefully I get a chance to get some stuff done. Turn my phone on silent. But so been getting some compliments on my shirts here lately, the Holy Cow, and that is my company, my e-liquid company. I have a pharmaceutical lab in Louisville, Kentucky, where I manufacture e-liquid. Try to help people quit smoking, provide a service. So if that's your thing, you can definitely hit holycowujuice.com. Make sure to sign up for the newsletter because I send off 50% off coupons every month. Anyways, so I have a bunch of stuff to get done. In the beginning of September, me and some friends are going to do a 2-week tour of out west. Plan on hitting some of the major national parks, and hopefully I'll be able to document a lot of that stuff. Some hiking, camping, traveling, etc., as long as the weather holds up. But I'm going to take my camera just in case, and should be staying on some BLM land, some national forest land, maybe staying in some of the parks. We really don't know with all the stuff going on, but we're just going to go on a big adventure. Okay, so back to the Airstream. Things I need to try to get done. Yesterday you seen the beginning of the cabinet making for the cabinet on the left side, and here's my Furrion oven that I am installing. So I went ahead and opened it. I've had it for quite some time, but it's fairly nice. I'll do like a first look right now with you on it because I haven't seen it either. I just opened it. So this is the Furrion. I had to wait for it to come back in stock for quite some time, and it's got the cast iron grill on the top, pretty sharp. I think the knobs light up and such, blue perhaps. And you all know that I like Furrion, and so far their products have been amazing. And you know, I talked about the customer service as well, with them fixing the warranty on the AC. So this is the oven I decided to go with. I think it's 21 inches and looks pretty sharp. I think it'll look good in the Airstream and be a nice fit. And I'm going to put the refrigerator here. I just had to decide this. I talked about it a little bit, but I moved the oven over on this side instead of on the sink side. That way to give me some more counter space to do dishes, but it will also keep from food, grease, cooking, whatever, coming over on where the couch area is going to be. So, and I'll have ample amount of space. The 8-foot butcher block that I got goes from here all the way past that window. So I will have a nice desk, working area, counter space, cooktop area for this side of the Airstream as well. And ideally this is where I'll be working from, whatnot. I'm glad I went with the Furrion oven range as well, and I also went with their shore power plug-in. So, and it's not sponsored. I bought this stuff with my own money, and I would definitely buy it all over again. The air conditioner, I think they did a test on eTrailer.com of their top 3 leading AC units, and they preferred the Furrion. During the test result that they did, said it got around 10 degrees cooler than the other two leading products on the market. So check out the get on YouTube, check out Furrion Chill reviews, and you can find out a little bit more about that as well. So hopefully I get this counter built out sometime this week, or at least get it started. It shouldn't be, if the weather lets up here, we're getting ready to get started. I'm getting ready to get started on it. So I already popped a chalk line to follow off of, and that's basically nothing square. As you can see, even though it's a shell, it's like an airplane, so it's got radiuses everywhere. So I had to start somewhere. So I measured off of each wall 24 inches. I popped the line. My countertop's 25 inches, and I want a little bit of overhang, so that's how I come up with that number. And also with the toe kick and stuff too. So just do it right, build cabinets like a house would have them. That's basically a tiny house. I want it to be like a house. I don't want it to be like an RV as much as possible, basically. So that's where we're at with that. And if the weather clears up, I'll record some more. So it's Sunday, and I just got back from my section hike of the Appalachian Trail in Virginia last night. We didn't cut it short. We hiked it all in one day because of unexpected hailstorm and about 3 inches of water within an hour. So we turned 2 days, which is like 15 something miles and 200 foot of elevation, into 6 hours instead of 2 days. So I had a little bit of spare time. I was going to wait this week before I jump back into the Airstream, but here we are. So before I left off, I was working on some of the cabinets, and then I realized that I was going to have to build out the wheel wells like I wanted to, insulate them because they're just plastic ones in there. So I went ahead and got some 1/2-inch plywood, nothing special, and I'm epoxying the inside, which will also be insulated to sort of make it waterproof and moisture proof, since it's not the best plywood. But also I had some of the Total Boat epoxy left over, and I'll show you what that looks like now. So this is the second or third purchase of the Total Boat marine epoxy, which I absolutely love. This is the high performance kit. You can get it on Amazon. The first kit I got was the gallon kit, but they do have smaller ones as well. And this is what I did the Advantech subfloor in. I epoxied the front and back of that as well. And this is what the wheel well has turned out to be, to maybe give you a better understanding. So that's the top of it, but I epoxied the inside, and it will partially be covered up by the counter. So I'm just going to paint the outside a simple white, but one of the parts will be exposed where the desk will be, and I'm probably going to excuse me, cover it in the aluminum if I have some extra. So just a quick update on that. This is the oven cabinet, and I have to get my refrigerator so I can see exactly where I'm going to put it. I needed to get the wheel well box built out so I know how high to do the notch out, because it's going to be partially over it. So as you all know, it's a big hurry up and wait situation, but I got some temporary boards in there just to hold it square, and until I start making my final cuts and positioning. And I'm going to build off of this basically. Left, same thing, the Baltic birch, so to be refrigerator cabinet, then the Furrion oven, and then just cabinets and workstation. Alright, so I showed you all the epoxied wheel well, and I've done a little bit today, and it started raining on me again, as you can probably hear. But I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what I've been doing on the next video, and then we're just going to leave it at that. Got the Schluter board, backer board, got the wheel well button down, almost. I left the top off, insulated, and I am currently working on putting the cabinet together for the Furrion over there. Once I get that set up, I can build it out to the left for the refrigerator, and then put the last leg on down towards the end there for the butcher block, and hopefully at least get it set on top of there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. There's a lot of talking, but it is what it is. And I wanted to let you all know 80% of the people watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel. So if you're watching this and you're supporting it and you like it, please consider subscribing, you know, for a little bit. That's fine, to see if it's something that you may like or be interested in ongoing, because it's not just going to be an Airstream tiny house build out. The plan is to live in this thing and to travel in it. So I would like to have you all along for the journey. And with that being said, until next time, peace.